one of those.
I feel like yo, so many
Like,
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on, guys. We're having little technical difficulties. We're gonna figure it out here.
Talking to at this point.
it's live.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me see that. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Why won't it? Orientation. What? Hey, why won't it? Alright. I wonder why won't it get it together today? I don't know. Let me see. Here. Gonna have to figure this out a different way. All right. Technical difficulties. All right. Yeah, it happens. I see. All right. It doesn't happen on the first. Sometimes it happens on the third. You know, it's all right. All right. Give me a thumbs up when we're back recording and everything like that. We're all good. All right. Okay. So I'll start over. My name is Julian Russell. This is the Bad Dad Podcast. The Bad Dad Podcast is the manual for fathers who would love to become better fathers, better men, better sons, better nephews, better uncles, better godparents, just a better man in general. I'm the Bad Dad from the Bad Dad Podcast, and if you say, I know you're a great dad, I want to be better. I feel that I lack in certain areas, in fatherhood, as to where I grew up in a two-parent household, woke up to my parents every day, but for my kids that I have, it wasn't that way. So, again, we have pastor, international recording artist, good brother, great friend, man, father, D-Mott in the building, and this is our second episode of the Bad Dad Podcast here. So this is our remix, technically, because it's the third episode and this is our second.
Yeah, we didn't finish last week.
Right, we didn't finish.
Yeah.
So we're going to get right into it. So you being a pastor, you see all types of things with children, whether it be children's with fathers, coming to church, children without fathers coming to church, children's just coming with grandma to church, coming with granddad to church. So we're going to start there, and then I'm going to shift it somewhere else. I ain't even going to let you know where I'm shifting. But how much is the church presence needed in our children's lives?
Well, church is definitely needed, man, because, and let me say this, before I even say why church is needed, I think spirituality is needed, right? Because I'm not going to say I don't do religion, okay? So I'm going to keep that real with everybody. I don't do religion. I do God. I do Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, right? So I don't do denomination. But what I do is spirituality. I believe that we have to have a spiritual life in order for us to actually lead correctly, right? So I have nothing against Muslims, or I don't have nothing against any other religion. If they're trying to just, if the common denominator or the resolve is peace, right? So church or spirituality is necessary for children, just like it's really necessary for adults as well, because the children won't go if the adults don't take them, right? But so I'm fortunate enough to pastor a younger church. I pastor the Remnant House Outreach Church here in Buffalo, New York, 1232 Hurdle Street, every Sunday, 11:30 a.m. But I'm fortunate enough to pastor a church where we are family oriented, right? So it's not a lot of single moms that go to our church, right? We have some, but we have a lot of families. We have a lot of marriages, and I think the average age of our church maybe like 30 something, maybe like 35. So I teach to the men responsibility, right? I teach not just God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, but I teach take care of your family, because what good is it for you to say that you're spiritual and you don't take care of your responsibilities? So again, you talking about being a bad dad. In my opinion, a bad dad is a dad that's not present. That's in my opinion.
Okay, so now it's always going to be not even I'm going to say disconnect, but it's always going to be a question where they're like, well, you know, what really makes you a bad dad? So I have children out of town. I'm here. Like, when I can't spend time, I send money. But that it's more needed. You know what I mean? And I'm here to, you know, I'm here to really tell my story. You know what I mean? And like, it's been situations where I've asked for my kid to come down for the summer, and I ain't get a response.
Right.
But in return, I'm frowned upon and talked about to whomever will listen, whoever will lend an ear, you know what I mean? Whatever the older folks say, whoever will listen to lend an ear, whatever. But I wonder, do that part get thrown in? You know what I mean? So like, I do stand-up comedy. I'm a hard-working entrepreneur as well, and I always tell people, and I've been telling people, my goal is to like buy a cul-de-sac, have all my baby mothers living in there, so I can see all my kids every day, grandma, auntie, because I take care of my grandma, take care of my auntie, like my other auntie, like everybody, my wife, because this lady I deal with now, I want to marry, so like I want to have everybody together, you know what I mean? But it's a disconnect right now, currently.
Between you and your children, or the mom, the baby mothers?
Both, because if you and the mom is disconnected, then you and the child is disconnected.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
100%.
mean. Like
Absolutely.
I just want to be as real as possible with myself, and everybody else. Y'all, like this is counseling for me. I'm learning from you. I'm gonna say some stuff that you're gonna learn from me. You know what I mean? Like, we even have a special guest lady in here. She said, well, I'm a bad mom. I want to come in. She don't want to be on here, but I'm sure she's going to weigh in on some of the topics. But at the end of the day, like, this is learning for me. Like, I want to know, like, what do I have to do better so that I can,
Be a better
you know,
dad.
talk and communicate better with my baby mothers. Like, because we can't get it right yet. And I'm going to take responsibility. I'm going to be like, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a freak what nobody else do. It's me, because I can't figure out what am I doing wrong that we can't have multiple peaceful conversations that come with a collective or a great result.
So check this out. If we did 25 shows, we still wouldn't have a resolve for that. But here's what we want to do is kind of communicate. You hit on the point. You have children in other cities, right? So that within itself is problematic as it pertains to being present, but not really, because the travel gap is an issue. But there's phones, there's FaceTime, like no parent in the world should hold that against a parent if you're living in different states.
Not to cut you off. So now, sometimes in these situations, it's going to have to be scenarios. Like how, you watching TV and they're like third person or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I know somebody. They got a little baby. Little wah baby. Now, the baby mom and the baby out of town, the baby father, wherever he at. Boom. So all he could technically do is FaceTime and Google Gaga Duka Dang.
Right.
This young lady frowning upon this man. All he do is FaceTime the baby. Like, she can't even talk, stupid. What? But the man ain't gonna be able to see the baby unless they FaceTime. So it's situations where that I made this podcast.
Right, and that's unrealistic though, for her to expect him to come every weekend or every other day. That's what you call reproach. Meaning that's like that's a residual of having a baby by somebody that don't live in the same city with you. So people have to be, again, this show is not just about bad dads. It's, I think it could be bad parenting on both sides with this situation. I'm blessed that I don't have that kind of issue, but I've had some issues, and I think that when you parent with any other parent, first of all, you got to realize that you were raised in different homes. That's first of all. Then some women, and let's just be honest in here, most women didn't live with their father in the home, right? So now let's be honest here. Statistically, most men didn't have dad and the home. Like we talking about our generation. So we're all trying to figure this out, right? So if you're the type of person where you have control issues already, but now you sleep with somebody, you have sex, bam, you get pregnant. They live in Phoenix, you live in Buffalo. You have to come together and say, listen, what's going to be more healthy for our child? Not about they're mad that y'all not together or you're mad or whatever. The parents have to learn that it's about the children. Everything that we're talking about today is about the children. So parents who have children out of state, you got to do better at trying to communicate. I think that's the word. Communicate what is going to be the reality so that our child can have a healthy life.
Now, when we talk about having a healthy life, like some people, they gonna look at it like, well, my bad, I'm out of state. All you can do is really send money. Like, how do you look at that? Like, I just want to see how you look at that, because everybody's gonna look at it differently. The young lady, she's gonna look at it differently. You're gonna look at it differently. I'm gonna look at it differently. So when a woman constantly, like asks for money, which is nothing wrong with asking for money, because if she got your child, you know what I mean. But like, it's a fight. Like it's disrespectful words, and then it's a Cash App request or a Zelle request, or like, how do you effectively communicate and get these things together? Because like, my baby not no paycheck, even though I'm getting money. You know what I mean? Like, so like, I would love to spoil my kids like how I was brought up, but me sending, okay, let's say if I send $250 a week, okay, boom, it's $1,000 a month. Now, boom, like if you got a new baby, like what is that really going to? You know what I mean? Like, you're telling me, send money. You don't take care of your kids. But like, all right, I'm sending money. Like what is going to? Like it's just like, it's difficult. I want to try to break up the monotony to make it less difficult.
So here's the deal. Like, you can't really judge. There's no book on what a good mom is or a good dad, right? I think it's based on relationship. Now, we do know, and we are aware that a lot of women utilize their children as banks, right? They utilize their children as ways to get money or to be provided for. Now, I hate the court system. That's one thing that I never wanted to be on, and thank God that I'm not. But I think it's necessary in those kind of situations, because a judge is he's gonna say, wait a minute, we want to take care of the child, because they're going to take into consideration that that's not your wife. You guys are not in a relationship. You just have a baby by this woman. So a judge is going to say, hey, let's say this amount is what you should give weekly or bi-weekly. And I think that sometimes, Julian, that's the only way that's going to work, man. We don't want to be in the court system, but we need to, in those type of situations. And I think that every woman who is a good woman, who understands that their child needs to be provided for. Now, there's going to be some women who hear this and they have some warped way of thinking, because they think because they laid with somebody and gave somebody some pussy or something, they think that now that person's supposed to take care of them for the rest of their life. And I'm just going to keep it 100, because that's what we're here to do. And the fact of the matter is, I don't really care about that response, because no, we did what we did. There's a baby. I don't owe you anything except to take care of my seed, right? So I don't have to give my seed 3 coats in one season. They need 1 coat, right? So we got to understand that the court system is put in place, brother, for stuff like that, when you and her can't figure it out. Right. The court system is necessary.
Okay, so boom. Now, I know some people in situations where they pay child support, but it's only, they might get $125 a month.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, I'm trying to really, like, if you know me, like, I ain't trying to have my babies out here looking like no bum. Like, oh, that's the mayor kid looking snotty and dirty, and, you know, I ain't with all that. That wasn't how I raised. All my kids grew up with boosters and all that type of stuff. But, like, I wanna just be.
Not your
I
shirt,
just
man.
wanna. No, I'm a vent. Like I just wanna be like responsible and make both parties happy. You know what I mean?
You
Because
can't.
like
No.
I mean,
Can't.
hold on. Because like, knock on wood, like you sending a ball 25 a month, and then I was giving you 400, 600, 800 a month, and now you getting a ball 25 because you thought you was doing something by taking somebody down there. You know what I mean? Now you chips with the dip, but that ain't what I wanted for my kid, because now my kid really about to be looking super dookie. So it's just like one of those type of things to where, like, damn, you try to do this, but like, what are you doing it for? Like, don't do it out of spite, and you end up sad at night.
Can I jump in, bro? I gotta jump in. I like what you're saying, because that's what a person with a heart wants to do. Like, we want to give to the baby mom.
I'll take my kid. Like
I ain't
gonna hold you.
that.
Like I hit my one drink, baby. Listen, just give me the kid. Like just give me
That's
the
too
kid.
easy,
If it's such a problem with y'all and it's so hard for the baby and you need so much help, just give me the baby.
Like, from a mom's
Just give me the
standpoint,
baby.
That ain't gonna happen, though.
But why though? Like sometimes I know some mama dearers that treat the baby unaccordingly because they don't like the way that baby look like they daddy. So like you give me my baby.
Well,
Give that man his baby.
Mayor, in a perfect world, that would work. But this is a dark and cold world, and sometimes, women are really emotional. All of them not like deliberately nasty. Sometimes they feel a way, right? So if a good mom or a decent mom loves their child, but at the same time has some issue with the child's father, then now they have a conundrum, which is a confusion problem. Now they're like, yo, I love my child, but she look like D-Mop. She act like D-Mop. She act like, so now it's the issue of like, you left me with the baby, which that's not always true. Sometimes it just didn't work. The relationship didn't work, but we have a baby, right? Which is supposed to be the blessing. But you talked about, and I interrupted you, and I didn't mean to do that.
Man.
But
no, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you was talking about giving her, in my opinion, too much. Like
No.
Yeah,
Because there's no such thing as too much.
Hold on.
But like
you said, you gave her the baby, and then you gave her. That to me, that's an issue, because she don't need nothing. She ain't your girl.
But you can't get the baby. You can't get no Goo Goo Gaga, no.
You got to get the baby everything.
But how the baby gonna take this deuce to get loose every week?
The baby need milk.
Right.
The baby needs shoes.
Cool.
The baby need insurance to go to the doctor. She don't need anything from you. Mm-hmm. She needs some stuff, but she don't need nothing from you.
Okay, so we could talk about this forever.
I would like to.
I was gonna say, like,
it's
it's a never ending
Because
story.
I ain't giving nobody nothing. Is this wrong?
So can I chime in? Because I got something to say too.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, you didn't want to say anything.
That's what I'm talking about. I say that, use the microphone, because this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm good to give my child a great life, right? So she mentioned lights. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's fine. I don't want my child to be in the dark. But guess what? They don't live with me as well. So like, here's where we have to co-parent, because I can't pay her bills and then pay my bills. Matter of fact, I'm not going to pay her bills and pay my bills.
I'm speaking in terms as where the money is, what it's allocated for.
That money got to go to the baby for me. Like, I'm not buying you no shoes.
But the courts look at it as a whole. Like, it's the shelter. Like, they don't determine where the mom spend the money. So if you're paying child support, you can like spend it on your hair, your nails if you want to. But it's your choice to spend it on the things that's supposed to be the essentials for your child.
That's right. That's right. It's a choice. But here's what we're talking about. Here's why maybe we're in this situation. Let's make the right choice. Like, let's don't like. Why would you use the baby's money to get your hair done?
No, but that's a thought that.
No, I get it. I'm not saying you.
Yeah,
I know
right.
It's a conversation.
And most women, but some people actually, it's a recession right now. So rent is high, lights is high, gas is high. A lot of people don't have transportation. 80% of the population now, minorities, are homeless. Like, a lot of people, young African American families are living in shelters all across Western New York. So I'm not even speaking for out of towns. I don't even know what their court system is like. Okay.
Well, I'm going to chime in because I am a mother. I am a mother who do everything for my kids, and every now and then I may get some child support, and I feel like it's to replenish my pocket because I done did everything already. So what am I going to go buy another coat for when I've already bought the coat, but my head ain't did? So now I'm going to go get my hair done with this little change or whatever it is, but I'm taking care of the kid. So if I had waited until I got your child support and then went and bought the coat, would that have been better?
I don't know, because I wouldn't make you wait. I ain't talking about, I wouldn't get your hair done, but my kids.
But yeah, and it's not me so much getting my hair done. You know what I'm saying? I done did everything already. Your money just happened to come on the day that I want to go get my hair done and need to be done. It's
Right.
not you
Now,
paying for me to get my hair done.
Let me stop you right here because I love the woman, the mothers of my children, because like I'm not there every day to like, even though I can, like I'm not there to give them the money and buy the food and snacks, and they like, of course you can get the cash out, whatever, but they do more because the kids live with them. So don't get it confused. Like the mayor is not against the single mother or the mother that is not with the father of their child. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? But when it is some instances where it get a little crazy about that paper, and like I know some people who don't get anything, and don't get it confused. I don't respect it. I don't respect it, but like I'm talking about not a dime. Like I know people who don't get a dime. You know what I mean? Like, and I know some people who only get, you know, a deuce. You know what I mean? But like the divide is the real issue. You know what I mean?
Effective
Like
communication.
the effective communication is the real issue. Like it ain't even necessarily about the money. You know what I mean? With some people, because like I just don't like how like some people could talk to people. You know what I mean? Like send me some money for your kid. You FAGGOT, like, you know what I mean? Like, I done saw it, I done heard it.
That's not effectively speaking, though.
But
That's
guess
speaking
what? But
from
guess
anger.
what? But guess what? Like, how angry are you? And like, how effective
be
is
honest,
that money about to get you?
You can
like,
be very angry. And I can say that from a personal point of view. When you have expectations, which you shouldn't have expectations of people, but you do. Let's just be 100% honest. You have expectations of this person who says that they're going to help you parent. So when you have expectations and you come to someone and you're like, listen, I'm down and out, I need you. I'm a go-getter. Anybody who know me know I'm a go-getter, so I'm a go-get it. But if I come to you, that means I need it. Now I need you to be a go-getter. Whatever it takes to go get it, let's do it. Even if we got to do it together. But because you can't effectively say to me, I am not the father that you need me to be, so stop having those expectations of me. Now I'm mad because you keep lying to me. Oh, I got you. I'm going to come through. Oh, hold on. Next week when I get my rent money, or whatever the case may be. Now I'm angry because I've been doing it for 17 years.
And then that's a perspective, too. Like, where you coming from.
You understand what I'm saying? If you had come to me, not you personally, but come to me and said, listen, you want to have this baby. I really don't want to have this baby. I am not going to be able to be the father that you need for this child. I don't have no choice but to say, okay, it is what it is.
All right, so for y'all fellas out here that don't really want to do that thing like that,
You
if
gotta
you looking
say
out
it.
or you tuned in, I guess that makes a little sense for you to be like, yeah, we gonna have this baby, but I ain't really about to be the father you want me to be, so shit, you gonna figure it out. Come on.
But you telling me. But then
what? But then what? So now you're not gonna ask him for no money.
Gonna do
So
it.
you're not gonna ask him for no money now?
Call it that.
But was he the
Call
man
it
that
that.
you needed to be in a relationship?
I didn't say
before
everyone.
He was the expected father. right?
I'm sorry,
So
re-
I said it
repeat it
starts in
again.
that relationship too. So if you wasn't showing up as the man you needed to be, then I already know that you're not gonna show up.
But do you?
But
Do
like,
you
okay,
already know?
so when you
nine
say
times out of
you
10, 'cause
know,
sometimes men show up more for their children than they do for the relationship, and women can't accept that.
That's what I was
That's-
trying to say.
damn, hold on. Repeat that one more time for the people in the back.
That's fair.
That's deep. That's deep and
That's really what I
powerful.
was trying to really say as in the male form.
Say it one more time.
What I say?
You know what you said?
I don't know.
Okay, I said sometimes women can't.
Speaking to the mic.
I don't even remember it now. You made me nervous.
I mean, but that's true though. Sometimes women they have expectations, and when those when the man don't meet those expectations, now it's all bad.
It's anger.
So no matter what you do, it's just all bad. And so what you're saying, like I understand that on a personal level, because I had to do that, but I did it like, yo, that's mine because God said so. Now, if I had to deal with the situation where a woman was angry because we didn't make it, I'm just the type of person, we didn't make it. But my child, we have a child, so I'm going to take care of my child. No, I'm not thinking about, are you doing your hair or are you going on a date? Like, no, I'm thinking about, is my child in a great, safe environment, right? But I don't think that I got to give my whole check for a woman to be okay with what I'm trying to do for my child financially. You understand what I'm saying?
I think it's like 17% here.
It is in New York State. It is
For the first
child,
woman.
and then they
reduce
right.
it.
So and again, this ain't my stuff. So I take care of my kids. I think my issues is, do I overprotect? Do I over dad? Do I over you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. But I do feel like a lot of the issues for dads is because mom and dad didn't make it. Because mom and dad didn't make it. Now
I think it's
that's
personal.
like I ain't gonna. That's 100. That's like I ain't gonna say 100.
It's a high percentage.
But
I agree.
that's
A
a
high
really
percentage.
big
I agree.
percentage because
I agree.
I know situations where you knew y'all wasn't gonna make it. You knew y'all wasn't never gonna make it.
You wanted it to make it.
But like
You wanted it to work.
like y'all thought that just
baby.
because
The baby
this
would
baby
help.
came and like situations was gonna be a little bit different. Yeah, they actually got a little bit worse.
But that goes back to what she said.
That's why I needed her to say it again so that
You really made me
You know,
nervous.
Yeah, the way you said it was spot on.
yeah,
I mean,
it was needed. It was actually encouraging. But to go back to the initial statement. So kids in church with their fathers, do you see them being presumably better? Like are they, you know what I mean? Are
Yeah.
they more focused in school? Are they better children? You know what I mean? Because me myself, I did grow up in a two-parent household. I was a good kid. I'm still, I'm a great young man. But like, I ventured off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I went to live with grandma for a little bit. You know what I mean? And things got a little different. You know, a little puff up pass, a little, might skip a little class, might kick a little ass. But it was different because I wasn't waking up to mom and dad every morning.
Yeah.
Mom, rest in peace, mom. That lady, she was tough. She'd jaw you. I got a scar. She hit me in the head with a piggyback. I was like 26 years old. You know what I mean? Like if she was alive to this day, she'd probably still be trying to jaw me for something I ain't do. Like, Mom, I'm not no kid, but I'm your kid. So like a parent constantly being on you and being around you, it makes you be more, aware of your roundabouts. You know what I mean? So like it's just one of those type of things, man.
Yeah, I think, church does help because, like, you're learning spiritual. Again, and I think spirituality is just 2 C's. I tell people all the time, consideration and care. Like, that's it. Like, we make church this thing like it's going to fix everything. It does not. Church don't fix nothing unless you let it help you. So we have to be considerate and we have to be caring about the next person. And I think that that's what helps when you have a baby mom or a baby dad in relationship. You have to be considerate of each other's lifestyle, considerate that, like, this didn't work, but I care that you have a productive life. But then the baby is always in the middle. And so that's why I said, sometimes women turn this thing into a bank situation. But I also know some fathers who's like, yo, do you. I got my child.
Yeah.
I've seen that as well.
too.
So because of that, it's like, I think this thing is perspective based. Like, it's based on how like every relationship is not the same. You know, just like every child is not the same. Like I have multiple children. I can't talk to my son like I can talk to any of my daughters. You know, because my son can take it. My girls, I gotta handle them a little differently. But I do agree that spirituality does help a father be a present father, because you can still be present even though your child. I don't care if your child live in Germany. Like, you can still be present by financially helping them and then doing the things that's necessary to find a way to be in their life. FaceTime, going to Germany. I mean, you got a kid in Germany, so you gotta writing letters. You know what I'm saying?
Pen pal.
Yeah, let's go old school. You're right. Like, so there's ways to show that you care. Do y'all agree with me a little bit? Like, it's just ways to do it. And it's like, wait a second. The fact that the relationship, bro, didn't work, that ain't your fault or her fault. It's y'all fault together. So you got to figure out, how do we make our children or help our children have a healthier lifestyle?
But you made a good point last week when you said we need to learn our own roles.
Right.
And when you learn your
Right.
role and you do what you need to do and let them do what they gonna do, that's it.
Why don't you talk about that from a woman's standpoint, like the role situation, because that gets tricky, that gets dark. Because
No,
sometimes
don't be shy. Because
Yeah.
listen, you just started. You said, I want to do my own podcast. I don't even want
Don't
to say
put
a
me on
word.
blast.
I just want to come and observe. You talking now, so talk.
But no one
Please.
can see
talk.
that.
This is what we need.
So
Please.
I needed to learn what my own role was. And when you said it last week, I was like, dang.
How did you learn?
So I had to really think about what I wanted to do and what type of parent I wanted to be for my girls, instead of always talking about what type of parent I wanted him to be. Because I did. I had an expectation, and he did not meet those expectations. But again, I grew up in a household with a father. So I'm thinking, oh, he gonna be there, he gonna do this, he gonna do A, B, and C. And don't get me wrong, my father wasn't perfect, by far, but he was a good dad. So that's what I wanted. I'm about to cry.
But hold on.
That's what I wanted for my
Because then I
kids.
just want to know right now, what's a good dad?
I just wanted, a good dad is whatever you think it is. It's not what other people think.
But you said it though.
So what
what's
I think a
your
good father is a father who shows up. A father who protects his kids. I don't care about no money, because like I told you, I'm going to go get it. But don't tell me you're going to give it to me and don't. Because then you disappoint me and you disappoint my children. And I don't like to disappoint kids. You understand what
Now
I'm saying?
see, boom. All right, now I get it, and I'm glad that you said that, because me, I feel corny because all I do is give money. Like, I would rather want to be around my kids.
So why
Like,
can't you go buy a gift? Why can't you send
I can go buy a
Why
gift.
can't
I
you
do
send a
send gifts and shit
card?
on Amazon and all that. But what I'm saying is that's just monetary shit. That's just money
It
to me.
is. It is.
I
but
would
it-
rather want to be around my kids.
But
Like, I got a brother
counts.
who got motherfucking 2 kids. That motherfucker had both them motherfucking kids.
So
Got
if you
all type
want
of
to be
shit
around
going
your
on.
kids, get up and go.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Get up and get there.
I want to be like around my kids every day. You know what I mean? Like, that's why my real goal is to really get that motherfucking cul-de-sac. Because, like,
But who said that they gonna participate in that?
Right.
get in line. Y'all want this money, don't y'all?
No,
That's what y'all care about.
See, that's
'Cause
where-
that's what they act like they care about.
But
With
then
me,
again-
it ain't about the
But
relationships
you're
with them. It's
creating
only
a
about
role
the
for her,
relationships with
because I
my
want you to
kids.
come sit in this house with all these
Check
different
this out.
people.
When you said that,
Everybody get your own house. You don't know the cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
around
but you know what I
around the
mean.
motherfucking block.
You know
Everybody
what I-
living their own
You
shit.
know what I mean.
Too close.
If you want to go get your own job, whatever.
No,
the house
man.
is paid for.
It's
too
too
close in
close.
vicinity,
It
man. That ain't gonna
is.
work
Why?
for
We ain't
African
dealing.
American women. Ain't gonna do
We're
that.
not dealing, and we haven't dealt in years.
Listen,
In
African American women
years.
they not doing that. You can forget that.
It's
That's
a
out
new
there.
day, they
Yeah,
out doing
that's
it.
out the
They're
question.
doing it.
Listen, great idea.
It is,
But it ain't gonna happen.
that's
Is
they
like
gonna
being
do
in
it?
the
Is they gonna
same
do it or not?
household with
They
everybody.
gonna
Everybody is
sit
right
down
here.
because that
No
like not for
privacy.
nothing. Like it seemed like
It's a
some
recession. It's about to get
man.
real
Listen,
out
your
here.
baby
They
father
It's
said,
about
"Listen,
to.
here,
It
I
is.
just want
It
to be
is.
near my
They're
daughter
gonna
every
do
day.
it.
You know what I mean? More too. You know what I mean? Can I get you a house
Listen,
and
every
everybody
situation
live
that
around
y'all
with
talk
grandma
about-
And
there?
then when she says no, what do you do?
You just gotta figure it out after that.
So why you can't just figure it out now?
Can I say
What you
something?
mean? I'm already just figuring it out. I wanna do it better. I wanna do it. I don't wanna just be.
So how are you going to get there to be with your daughter every day?
What do you mean? How am I gonna get there to get where?
You say she don't live here,
Right.
and you want to
So
be
if
around
I
her
have
every
more,
day.
what about
so
if
what are you gonna do?
what about if I got another 3 kids out of town in 3 different states, and then in Buffalo?
So that's my
Frequent
thing. You
flyer
can't
miles.
be everywhere and you can't
can't.
do everything. That's
So,
my point.
so you telling me I can't get the cul-de-sac? I can't get the
if
cul-de-sac.
I
and
was your
have
baby
grandma
mother,
and
you could get whatever you want, but me and my baby won't be there.
I just think it's a great idea, but it's unrealistic. Like,
Yes.
Because women, first of all, they don't want to see you and somebody else. They don't have children with. It's just not gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. If it do, I must be naive because I don't see that happening. But I will say this: it's the reproach of you having children in different places. Now what you have to do is figure out how can I do differently from what I'm doing. Because you said just sending money. Man, just sending money is half the battle. It's like G.I. Joe. Like that's half the battle. The other 50% is, do I pop up in Cleveland? Do I pop up in Phoenix one day, then come back home, handle my business? Because really those pop-ups gonna do a lot for a kid. They pop up unannounced. Oh, hey, I came to see my child. Boom, 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 boom. Hug, kiss, boom, love you. Bam, bam. You out. They like, man, dad cared. I believe that would work.
Yeah,
I definitely do. And I believe that sometimes that will even alter the mind of the mom that you're having a disagreement with because she's saying, okay, he's making an effort.
He's showing up.
So let me, because here's the thing. You talked about a dad. You asked her, what's a dad?
Good dad.
A good dad is a protector, a provider, okay? Protector, provider, and he's present. That's it. And then everything else is life. Because no, there is no, can I be honest here? There is no good dads. I said that last week, and I'm going to say it again today. There's that, like, we win, bro, just because we're really trying. That's when we win. We win when you go and you send that money, man. That's a victory. That's a victory, man, because you're doing something to help your child. Well, it's a victory for him and hopefully for the child.
I'm just asking because, like I said,
for who?
but I'm
do
saying
you want her to
because
do
I
you
said
not?
I
before,
like that
a
question,
good dad is what you define it. What I define as a good dad may not be what she defined as a good dad. Like
So-
some people like for you to show up, some people like for you to send money. Like it all depends.
I want to say something. Can we all agree that the word appropriation fits in this too? Like
Yes.
appropriate.
Yes.
I think it's not appropriate for a man to just do one aspect for his child. I think it's not appropriate. I don't.
I understand that.
I think appropriation is I'm gonna do everything possible for my child to know that you are my blood and you're my seed. Now that means if the mom out of control or not, I can't help her. But what I can do is I want to be appropriate, right? I want to be so protective. I want to provide so much. I want to protect at whatever cost. Like and if you're doing that, like you're gonna win. But that's appropriate. So you talk
For
about
your situation.
I think for every situation, because a child is not a puppy. A child is not like a coat that you can just take back. Like, no, I think when guys don't understand what it takes to raise a child, let's utilize you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You've been there. You work hard.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you have to take your children to Children's Hospital? How many times did you do it by yourself? How many times did you took your people? See, I'm talking about present is I need to know what's going on, and I need you to be communicating with me.
Right.
I don't care if I'm in Germany. Like, you all right? What do you need for the kids? Oh, to me, men don't understand sometimes how important it is just to be present, because that's stuff I did. I did the children's hospital visits for what other people would look at as their responsibility that I had to do it because God told me to do it, right? I have no issue doing that though, like because that comes with the territory. It came with mom, right? So I got to do that with the 3 P's and the 2 C's, caring, considerate, because it don't matter what my dad did or didn't do to me. I got to do what I'm supposed to do for mine right now.
So a lot of people use the "I was never taught, I never saw." A lot of
do.
men say that.
They do.
So,
And that's true.
but
I was about to say I never heard a man say it, but
Oh, I
like,
have.
I've heard people.
I
I've
have.
heard like
I've seen it.
I've heard like the like it been on TV or something like that, and people have said it. You know what I mean? But like, if you think about it, it kind of is a true statement, depending on.
I
who
agree,
the
but
person
when
is.
do you get to a place where you see something different? So you say, "Oh, I seen my man show up for his kids, and I see how that family running. Let me try that."
Sometimes,
should.
okay, like you definitely should, but sometimes, like what I'm learning with having multiple children out of wedlock, sometimes it be hard with the co-parenting stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you might just
Co-parenting
don't
is
want to
hard.
be around your
I
baby.
know.
I'm not that kind of guy because like my kid, like my oldest dude, like she probably dislike me because I used to be so strict. I used to sit in class with her. You doing bad in class? I'm sitting in class with you.
Me too.
They'll
You know what I
learn
mean?
though, because
But like,
we
what?
had
She
parents who were
18
like
now,
that.
so when like she busting out, she
Listen.
busting loose. Man,
She'll
shit,
learn
nigga.
because she gonna bump her head. We bumped our heads,
Oh nigga.
and we learned
Yeah,
a
and that's
lot.
not your fault though. That's not. Listen, man.
I
there-
know
there's
it's
no
not my
book.
fault, but we not placing blame. I just want to know what can I do better for the next one so that I don't go through this. Man. I know who fault it is, but we not gonna say who
So
fault it
if
is.
you know
'Cause
what you did-
it's my fault.
But
Because
now-
I
now-
couldn't.
but-
If I would have been,
Nah,
no,
like,
man.
you plan on having more,
No.
or you're just teaching
No,
the next
I when I get
generation?
married, yeah,
Right.
next generation, yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Next generation, the people watching for them to teach their
So
kids.
let's
you know what I
say you know what you did,
Mhm.
you know it didn't work.
mean? Right.
Let me try something different.
That's the only answer.
That's it.
That's it.
Because, I mean, I done bumped my head a bunch of times. And I thought I was an amazing mother. And when I look back, I'm like,
Yeah,
girl, you
yeah.
was all types of crazy.
Yeah. Because you thought,
You-
you thought.
I did the
you
best
were
that I
do- yeah,
could.
That's it. You thought you were doing the right
Yeah.
thing. And that's how I believe, even when people don't believe in God, I do. But I believe that that's how he grades us, on what we know. So now that we know,
You do
now it's
better.
like you do better when you see better. So there's no excuse for a dad to listen to this and then be like, man, I don't care what I do me. Like, no, you got to do what's best for your child.
Yes.
So my advice to everybody is like, do for your children. Start there, because if you do for your children and you're doing right by your child, then maybe that relationship with mom might get better because you're ignoring all of the drama and you're like focused on what's baseline. That's your child. That's just what I feel.
Well, I'm going to throw in a little bit of a twist to that. So
Nice
let's
one.
say, for instance, you have a wife.
Okay.
Your wife doesn't value the same things that your baby mother do. So when you go to do...
Wait.
So when you go to do things for your
nobody
children,
necessarily is gonna value the same things as
that's
the other
fair.
person.
That's fair. Because me and my kid's father do not value the same things, but I value certain things. So when I come to him, these are the things that the child needs, A, B, and C. She goes to school. When she comes to your house, I need you to make sure that she's doing her homework, because these are the type of things that I do at home. So I need you to be consistent with it. But your wife does not totally agree with the way that I do things.
How do you know that?
Because that's what I've been told. Because I ask questions. Now, one thing I'm going to do is communicate. I'm going to say how I feel, and I'm going to ask you how you feel about it. And can we compromise? If not, then I'm going to do what I got to do.
Mother's gonna do that.
But I think
They're gonna do
that
that.
mother should mind their business. Not even to say that the morals or the lessons should add up and be aligned. I think that you should just worry about what goes on in your household respectively and trust that the other parent is going to parent. Because that's where the lines
But
get
that's
crossed.
not what
and-
happens.
It's not,
That's
but
what
that's where-
should. It
that's
should,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying.
not gonna happen. It
Right,
never
so that's
does.
where the turmoil
You
comes
agree?
in.
Nah, for
I
real,
agree.
because people
That's
just
never
trying
I
to.
agree.
You trying to
Don't
control
worry
my
about what's
household,
going on in
but it's
somebody
not-
else's house.
And that's what I was
it has to
told.
It's
be
both of y'all
given
kids.
respectfully.
That's what I
You know
was
what I mean?
told.
Like, if you think that the dad is gonna put that kid in that type of harm, he shouldn't be, or she shouldn't be over the dad house anyway.
But like,
So then I'm taking the child away from their father.
But it all goes back to the point being, it's only like this because it didn't work out.
That's it.
Like, damn, like I can't get married and have a happy life with my happy wife and do the things that I screwed up with you.
Oh, I'm
right
okay
with her.
that.
No, you not.
But I am.
No, you
I just
not.
need
And
you
you
to,
telling me that my household ain't doing what your household is doing. It's my
as
household.
far as
It's not supposed-
schoolwork,
we might
so
learn,
I'm gonna give
we
the
might have learning techniques.
I'm gonna give the
differently.
example that I need to give because this is my scenario. My daughter has a sleeping disorder, so she needs to be in the bed at 8:00 so that she can be productive in school. So if you have to take her to school the next day, I need you to make sure she's in the bed at 8:00. Otherwise, the school is calling me, telling me she was asleep, she's not focused, she failed the test today because she can't focus because she's tired. That's little things. That's not disrupting your household.
Okay,
It can
so
be.
all right,
What
so
if
boom.
work schedule
I was about to say,
is
all right,
not
so
a
boom.
holiday
So
next
all
week?
right, so
Work
hold
don't
on.
happen.
All right, so guess what? All right, so maybe my wife's kids have football practice and they don't come home till 8:00 and they come home loud and rowdy and boom bam boom and they done woke the baby up. Now the baby can't be asleep at 8:00. She kind of was asleep at 8:00,
So
but
we
now she
gotta
can't
be-
be asleep at 8:00. But we're raising kids that do their chores. They're doing great activities. He's coming home from football practice. He's a great kid, an honor student. Damn, you woke my baby up. It's okay, Dad. We're gonna get you back to sleep. She don't end up going back to sleep till 11:00. Now she go to school tomorrow. She a little, but you don't know.
But
it's
I
only
have to deal with the backlash of that.
But
and that's not fair to me.
But
Because I worked all day too, and now I
it's
have
just
to
one
deal.
of them things,
now
man.
I have
It's
to
the
do
Bad
the
Dad
extra
podcast,
work.
man. For real. That's why
Yeah.
it really, technically, it's only for the dads. But I say, you know what? Today, third podcast, we got the pastor. He gonna keep it godly.
Okay.
We gonna bring it. We gonna
But
mix it up a little
this
bit.
conversation
Let's-
is good
let's-
for me
yeah.
because I need to understand again
No, I think it is
my
good.
role.
Yeah.
No,
And but that is
It goes
important
back
though.
to my role again.
The role of the dad and the mom is different. Like I tell moms all the time, you will never be a father.
And
But-
dad, I mean, you
Dad?
never be a mom.
You will never be
Mom,
a
I
mom.
love moms. Y'all raw, like y'all like.
I want to be a dad. I want to be inconsistent.
But see, like that. But see, stuff like that. See, this is what we're not doing on the Bad Dad podcast. We bashing ourselves
Okay.
enough. We don't need
Okay.
somebody coming and bashing us
That's
if something
fair.
else didn't work out.
But let me.
I don't
Every-
think it
every
goes back
dad
to
ain't-
us not working out. I really think it goes back to us not valuing the same things. Like if you value education for your kids, like
Right.
I value education for my kids.
Damn.
you
So
gonna
okay.
do the
So
best
boom.
that you
All right.
can.
So boom. So now I'm a baby mom in this situation because, like how I said, I used to be all about that school. I used to be staying in class with my daughter, and all
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I mean? So, not to throw shade or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that, but my baby mother's side of the family, you could fail and go to Disney. You can get F's and go to Florida.
Yeah, see, that's, yeah,
But
that's
dad,
too.
like
Yeah.
you get F's, you getting freaked
Yeah.
up.
and then they're labeling you harsh.
Listen, one Christmas now I can get it off my chest now because my daughter 18, whatever. You can feel however you want to feel. I ain't never been broke in a long time at least. But listen to this. One year, my daughter failed horribly while being in high school. I want to say it was like her freshman year. So you embarrassing me because you go into this school where people know that Julian is your father, and you go in there and rest in peace, Sonia is your grandmother. Cool, you got a whole other side of the family, but that's cool. Whatever y'all do, whatever y'all fight, y'all cool, do whatever. But the Russell side, solid, been solid.
Right.
You going to school, you failing and all that. So guess what? Now, the kid who get 50 outfits every Christmas, a couple bucks, guess what I got you? I got you sanitary napkins. I got you Dove soap.
Everything
I got you
you need.
deodorant. I got you shampoo. I got you mouthwash. I got you toothpaste. I got you new washcloths. I got you drawers. I got you socks. Do you not know the older adults in the family on the other side went on Facebook? Oh, how broke is the mayor? He buying. I'm thinking I'm teaching my daughter a lesson in being a great dad, but I'm still a bad dad.
So maybe it goes back to what they told us when we were younger.
What?
Be careful who you
You
have.
get
in.
married.
Oh yeah, no, for real. I'm still over here making fucking bad decisions. Yo, think with your big head, and not your little head,
No.
fucking head,
No,
friend.
for real.
This is what I was
And
going
that's
to say.
it.
When we had, our families did church together. But back in the day, their thing was, everything was you just get married and you ain't got to deal with that. You get married and you have babies.
I'm having
by
babies
one
out of
person,
wedlock.
and that's
That's
it.
what you get.
Yeah, that's what
you
tell us.
get with your nasty. That's
That's
the
what they
tale.
tell us.
Having babies out of wedlock.
So,
That's what they
hey,
get you.
They used to tell us we going to hell too.
No,
you
for
going
real.
to,
I'm still be praying every day. Like, Lord, listen.
And you,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the thing.
I didn't mean to get her pregnant.
But that
Listen,
brings the
listen.
church back in because people, I don't want to say fear God, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we
but,
supposed to do a little
but we
bit.
fear,
Yeah.
we feared that.
Yeah,
That's the only person out
But we
there.
find out God still loves us anyway. But the
Anyway.
truth is that we do.
But I still be scared. Like, I was just glad.
Me too.
I gotta
gotta be
chime
careful.
in because like y'all touched on everything I went through my whole life, right? So I was raised with my grandmother. I wasn't raised by my mother or my father, and I had a baby at 14 and 16, and I went to school and work every day. Like started
Right,
early
right.
from the Clarkson Center you worked here at 14. I went to work in school, so I allowed my kids to stay with their fathers as much as possible. The other family, they was the first grandkids, yes, babysitters, right? I wasn't babysitting at the clubs. I was at school. I'm taking 20 credits a semester. I have 3 degrees, but I lost time with my kids. And that I sacrificed all that. So I was looked at, oh, she a bad mom. She never around her kids. But I was always at school, at work, 16 hours, making sure that I was getting some money.
Let me cut you off right quick. Now, this is the reason why I brought her on, because she's like, well, listen here. Now, this is my family, too. She said, listen, what about for the bad moms?
I feel
I
that.
said, you know what? Say less. I'm going to bring you on with the pastor. We're going to pray together. We're going to stay together. We're going to be great family. All right, finish.
I'm done.
You done?
You had a support
okay.
system too.
Yeah,
though.
I had a support system,
Right.
and then I can touch bases on. I worked in CPS. I'm now a director of supervised visitation, so I see bad dads every day. I see bad dads.
But do you see bad
I see
moms?
moms.
Yes.
I'm the
Yes.
director of
Right.
supervised visitation, right? So I see
Wow.
the whole family,
Right.
I see the whole dynamics, right? The whole breakdowns. Like you said, you're in counseling. I'm in counseling every day as a bad mom. So when they go through it, I'm going through it right with them, and I'm learning my mistakes. But it's like I said, I'm 40. I can't correct what I've done to
In the
my
past,
sons.
but you can
But
make
I
it
have
better.
a 6-year-old daughter now, and
Exactly.
then when my kids look back, they like, you completely different
Mm.
with her. And we missed out on that. Like I said, I lost time. But losing time, I gained accolades for myself, or self-motivated, but bad mom when people looking back. Because I look at my friends that didn't miss the time, but they don't have like
The story.
yeah.
They don't got nothing going on.
I ain't gonna say
They don't got no
people got-
accolades.
they- I
No,
know
this the
got
Bad Dad
people-
podcast.
no,
Talk your
people
shit.
have
They don't got that.
accolades,
They don't.
but-
They don't got nothing going on. They could have been doing better. A lot better.
But they have a relationship with their children.
But they was friends
But
with their
see,
kids.
I understand
Yeah.
what she's
Right.
saying, because I used to leave my kids at home by themselves so I could go to school. And I was working 2 jobs, and they had after school till 6 o'clock. When
But you know
COVID
what?
hit, I really realized, like, I missed so much time with my kids.
But you was always a strict
And I
mom,
felt
though.
bad,
You was
too.
a strict mom. Like, your kids know not to play with you, though. So
They still
it's
be
different
trying to-
as opposed to where it's a kid, because a lot of these young women are friends with their mother.
That's fair, but we don't give ourselves enough grace. I'm learning to give myself grace because I didn't. I thought I was a bad mother too, because you was at work 16 hours a day. Your kids at your mother's
Great
house
mom
all the
shit.
time.
Great mom
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Because
you're
I got
handling your
degrees. I got
responsibility, though.
degrees and everything to show that I was actually doing something, but you still missed that time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And now here I am trying to do it different with my youngest one, and my oldest one looking at me like,
What did you do?
what, like, where was you at when I was this
Yeah, we
age?
didn't get
So
that.
I have to explain to her, like, I'm the healed mom. I'm a different mom, and I'm sorry,
I'm
and
a
I
healing
apologize
mom,
for not
right?
being. Yeah, I'm healing. I'm learning who I am. I'm learning what it means to me to be a good mom. I'm learning my role.
That's growth. And and as they grow, they're gonna figure that out, because life is gonna teach them that as well.
Well, they don't. The oldest one learning.
Now,
Yeah.
see, I was gonna say, now, see, certain stuff like that, like they be like, oh well, the kids will learn, and then like I be kind of like, dang, like.
But learning,
Like even like with this, like even with my oldest daughter, like how I say, like I really always used to be like that was my dog. Like I'm dressing up like Elmos and going to Disney on Ices, but she done met probably about 40 girlfriends. You know what I mean? Bad, but every girl that Julian ever talked to, shout out to y'all. Y'all always did right by my daughter, got her stuff. We going out on dates, you know what I mean? If they got kids, we playing together, cooking dinner, spending the night,
I was
all
one
that.
of them baby
But-
mothers, like, oh, bring them on.
But guess
Like,
what?
I'm not
But
fighting
guess
nobody,
what, though?
telling them to babysit.
But guess
I gotta go to
what?
work.
Like, I'm thinking I'm being a strict dad telling my daughter, like, oh, yo, let's do that. And they be like, well, she'll learn when she get older. Like, damn, well, you got to be 40 to really get it?
Yeah.
No, she has to have life experiences
Right.
that's going to have her say,
Dad,
oh,
I get it.
that's what he meant when he said A, B, and C. Because that's what happened to me. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I bumped my head, and then it was like, dag, okay, I got to do something different. Now I get what my mother was trying to tell me. I didn't like it at the time. I wanted to run away and all this. Listen, at 40-something, baby, I get it.
Life
I get it.
teaches us.
But I also,
Lessons.
I wanted to talk about the child support. So being that I let my kids go with their dads, I never went downtown. But you don't have to go downtown for child support. You have a baby, and if you're on any type of public assistance, they're going to automatically come and recoup their money from Medicaid. So like with $10,000 back then when I had my kids, it was $10,000. I don't know what the cost of birth is right now. So they're going to get recouped their money. And so I was getting $25 a month for my child, for my oldest son. And then for my second son, I got $37.50, but it didn't come to me. The county took that. And so y'all think that even when y'all go and the parent is down there for child support that the mom is eating, no, the county gonna get theirs first.
But we
And
have
then
to
you
be
get what's
educated.
left.
I just want to take care of my baby.
People
Like,
need
I
to
just-
be educated. We
if
don't
it's
know.
really too hard with my
Right,
money,
but
if
see,
my
a lot
money
of
ain't good enough,
men, a lot
give
of
my baby,
men,
my baby will be
they
good.
plant that seed in their own heads. Oh, she took me down for child support. No, and it don't be heard the whole time. It's Medicaid. It's that insurance,
Yeah.
that Child Health Plus is getting every doctor's visit back, every shot they
That's
get
true.
it back.
But that's people being educated about the system. When you get on child support, you need to figure out or learn, how it works.
Yeah.
What's going on? That's how we learn how to maneuver through everything else. We have to be educated. And a lot of people aren't educated
That's right.
on anything.
I'm like
Right.
you though, Julian. I just want my children to be provided for, protected, and I just want to be present. So this whole we talk about child support. Like I don't want no parts of that. Like no, you know what I mean. I
Like,
just want to.
I be sending money every month. It's just not enough. You know what I mean? Because I got a baby out of town, and I would rather fucking,
Yeah.
go fly out there every month. You know what I mean? But now I'm about to do better. I'm about to start doing better. I'm gonna pop up on her little
man.
recitals because
I
she
like
really
that
raw.
idea.
My little middle
Showing
joint,
up
she's so
at the
raw. Like yo,
honor
dog.
roll thing and
That's
stuff
Yeah,
like
like
that.
I'm popping up. You know what
It's
I mean?
about
Like,
memories, I think.
Yes.
So much
Yes.
for kids. Like
Yes.
you remember where your father took you to Darien Lake, or he came to the school field trip with y'all.
Right,
y'all
right,
went
right,
bowling.
right.
Like those are the things that kids remember. They don't remember that you gave mommy $1,000 to make sure I
They
had this
don't.
beautiful bassinet.
They don't even have the value. They don't even know the value of it.
They don't.
But they know that popping up. Oh, at the recital. Oh my, dad is
Yes.
it? Oh my, let me dance better.
Like
You
for
know
real,
what I'm
they
saying?
go
Like-
higher.
And like,
Like
hold
I
on,
said, by being-
hold on. You know what? I'm gonna kick it. Julia, my baby, my middle name,
Can you
she's so
kick
raw.
it?
Like, but I only been to one recital out there. Julia, so raw. Julia, like, how I'm entertaining, how they, like, y'all look at me when I be on this, she's a kid me. You know what I mean? And she's so articulate and just so pretty and just such a little Russell baby.
So go.
But I'm about to just start popping up on
Pull
her.
up.
She
Just
be having
start
joint-
planning ahead. When you start thinking ahead, like, okay, boom, I know her recital was in June. Start saving up your
But see,
money.
like, but listen,
start
though,
looking for
like,
flights.
it's such a disconnect. Her mom don't even tell me about the recitals.
Call
Like,
the-
She talks.
I
She
just-
knows how to speak.
I know, but like, I just wanted to
Call a dance.
Like, how would it be cool? Like,
That's gonna happen.
when my oldest daughter used to go to dance class, I used to take her.
But
When the
it's
recitals,
so,
I used to be on the
it's
stage.
not a
Mine's
traditional
17.
thing to have a father call a dad. They automatically gonna be like,
I got a
well,
story for
you
you.
know, it's
too.
kind of it sounds not creepy because it's not traditional. Like that, the father, like the mother's not communicating, right? So you have to call the dance school and see what the recital is.
True.
That person is not giving up that information.
Is that what
Be
you're
like,
saying though too? Like the mom's not like cooperative.
Effectively
I
communicating.
mean, I'm not even gonna say cooperative because what I think it is with Julia's mom is that she just would love for us to have a better relationship. You know what I mean? I need to do more. You know, more going out there more because
That's the answer.
they're in a different state.
I
you
feel
know?
like that's the answer.
I'm learning. You know what I mean? And I'm figuring it out, and I'm just gradually getting what I need to do, and just about to just fuck it, like Nike, let's do it.
Do it.
I
You
have
know
a
what I
friend,
mean?
his daughter lives in Atlanta, and she's been there for a very long time. And they have a beautiful relationship. He goes to visit, she comes here. They FaceTime all the time. Like, it's super dope. And it's almost like they're not, in two
Right,
different
yeah,
states.
right,
yeah.
So I guess it's kind of, you got to get creative and see what works for you and Julia.
Popping up is the answer.
And flying her
I mean,
home.
You winning, man, because
me
you
and D
tried.
had to
You know what I
do
mean?
during custody. We had to go through course. I went through every situation, so we had to go through course.
Yeah, I don't want to. I
But
don't
we
want to
still
go through course.
wasn't
Like, I just
fighting,
want to
though.
do everything.
But it was the
raw
fight
and-
before
and-
that.
and-
Like, you know what? We just gonna figure this out.
communicate
You
effectively.
gonna keep him this time. I'm gonna have him half this time. But he still just wanted to be here.
But is that your real reality?
What do you mean? Like, what's the real?
Will you be able to communicate with your daughter's mother and say, hey, I want her to come here on such and such a day, and it's just gone?
Well, I mean, that's the
Pan
goal.
out?
That's the goal because she's a college educated woman. Like, she's a great woman. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it trickles back to what was said earlier. It's kind of like this because,
Okay.
but like,
So y'all still got bitter feelings?
no, I mean, ain't no y'all, but because I just wanna, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
I just
in
want to do
between
better.
you
I
two.
just
I'm
want to
not
do better.
saying-
Somebody
I just want to do better. We're not even about to go
Yeah,
with
I'm
the
just saying, between
with
you
the whoop
two,
with the whoop.
who is it? Who
I'm
is
fucking
it
up.
doesn't matter.
I want to do better. That's
Okay.
it. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do better.
I think I was misunderstood in the sense of like being a bad mom because I wasn't raised by my mom or my dad, so I didn't mind my kids being with their father. I thought it was a beautiful thing.
So ladies could say that too.
Yeah.
Remember, she was like, they be like, I ain't no good dad because I wasn't raised by my dad.
I was not. So I thought it was a beautiful thing. Like, oh, they with their dad, something I never had. So I didn't want to take them away from that situation. Like, I was okay with being present. And my present doesn't necessarily mean that I was there every day because I was at work. I was at school. I was 14. So
Yeah. And that's beautiful that you had that support system at that age because a lot of girls don't have that. Not at that age, you know. So
Ever.
so you got a dope testimony, basically.
You do.
All right, listen. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I appreciate y'all. Like I thank y'all for coming out. You were supposed to be quiet. You shouted more than the special guest.
That's
It's okay,
not
but
true.
that was what we
My
needed.
voice,
Like,
my voice just.
it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Listen, man. I mean, 3rd episode of the Bad Dad podcast in the books. We,
Got a couple bad
Thank you
moms
for having
here.
me again,
Couple
bro.
we got a couple bad moms out here, and now we
Bad
gonna,
dads.
we gonna couple bad dads, couple bad moms. We gonna figure it out to be great moms, great parents together.
Yeah.
That's what
You know,
we need to
that's
be
what we
able
need.
to be great.
But like, it's
parents.
the Bad Dad podcast is the manual for us fathers to become better fathers. But in order for us fathers to become better fathers, we still gotta communicate and co-parent better with our baby mothers and our significant others. So
right.
that's making y'all better too. Because
I
once we
agree.
be better and raw and y'all gonna be like, damn.
I told you.
Yeah, let's grow together.
Let me,
Listening
like,
to you
damn, let me.
guys.
He's so smooth. Let me get a little smooth. I
And
can't
y'all
keep
give us a
yelling at
different
him.
perspective of things. Because when I'm talking to her and we having girl talk, we talking how we feel and where we coming
And
from.
y'all talking
We-
about similar situations,
Fair.
possibly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Girl, fuck that nigga. Fuck that. Girl,
Right.
fuck yeah, that's what he girl. You know what I mean?
And in all honesty, some don't even feel like that. So
I don't.
the word
Sometimes-
perspective is appropriate.
It is.
Like we have
It's
to
appropriate.
raise our children based on who we have children with. And that's the bottom line.
I never
I'm
learned,
learning.
and
I'm
because
learning.
I had kids, young, 14, 16, and 34, right?
You took that
big
break.
deal.
Yeah, that's
you
a
took
big-
that break.
But you
Oh,
grew
no.
and
So and then my grandmother always says, like, I don't know why you have men and then be done with them after you have a baby. Like, what's wrong with you? Because you don't learn a person till after you have a child. I mean, first of all, after you live together, but having a child brings out a whole different side of a person. And I never seen I never paid attention to family dynamics, whether they was in a 2-parent household, this stuff that I didn't pay attention to until I had the child. Like, oh.
But having a child also changes you.
Yeah,
It
so it
changed
makes
me.
me look at through a different lens, not only at the people that I had the kids by, but myself. Like, it's head scratching, obviously, but you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. My slogan is, you grow through what you go through. You feel me? And it's just like that. You feel me? So listen, man, I'm Julian the Mayor, 716, man. This is D-Mott, special guest.
It's
My
Jeannie,
cousin.
baby. Y'all
Jeannie,
know I'll be
baby,
back.
all right. Okay, all right, that's my cousin. The official bad mom. The official bad mom.
I'm officially
You feel me? And
the
then we
bad
got
mom.
the real
I'm waiting.
I gotta make sure I say it right. Cause you wasn't a special guest, but you were here just to observe and see
Yes,
how
I
the podcast
was.
went. But then you turned into a special guest. So my homegirl from way back, she weighed in, and yeah, this the 3rd episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next week, man. Make sure you share this video and tell a friend and tell a friend. We out. That was great.
I appreciated this conversation.
Thank you, guys.